Hello, Georgia Kangaroos. This is Coach Caswell, live from Decoa, Georgia, on a Friday night. Just testing to doing live broadcasts throughout the season. We'll bring to you updates, players, coaches, game analysis, pregame analysis. Just chatting all things here to do with the team and the season as we're looking forward to a really special 2023. First, I think the big announcement, by now most people have probably known is we're no longer outside of Atlanta, Georgia. We have relocated to North Georgia, right at the South Carolina, North Carolina border in Toccoa, Georgia. And, we love the location, love the atmosphere here. It's very laid back. It's very focused. It's very community oriented. I think it's going to be a lot more efficient for us, less travel times. And then there's definitely less distractions, which is a good thing. That means we focus on our playing, we focus on our basketball, focus on our recovery, everything we need to do to be a champion. Outside of that, it is almost the end of August, and we're still on schedule. I've been in Toccoa for about 2 weeks, kind of organizing, getting to meet key partners, getting our name out there in the community, kind of building up staff. Have some great meetings with the athletic director of Toccoa Falls College and Stevenson County High School. We got a lot of support, I believe, from our partners that we can work together to not only help their kids, their programs, their fan base, but really just all work together and build something special here in this area for the people. It'd be nice to see high school championships, college championships, and professional championships all in one area. And it usually starts with the top working with the bottom and everybody in between. So we are excited to be a part of that. The next, big step will be obviously filling out a roster here. I am actively looking for players. I've been scouting for the past month already, really ever since the last little season ended for us. Looking for the right type of players, the type of players that fit our style and our attitude, and players that we really believe that can help us win games. We got a long list, probably about 40, 50 names right now that, one reason we kind of wait to the last moment. These are guys who are so talented. They're sitting at home right now, probably looking with their agents, waiting for a phone call to maybe, get to the G League, maybe go overseas. And, if that doesn't happen for them this year, joining the Georgia Kangaroos is a great time and place for them to continue to develop their skills, get better, improve, and get seen. So we hope to, capture many of those guys who unfortunately just fall short of what we call, the game of musical chairs. When the music stops, there's just not enough chairs for everybody. And the Georgia Kangaroos, we're offering 12 more chairs for, great players to continue to play. So but the process has already begun. I'll be traveling tomorrow to go talk to a young man about maybe joining us. And then eventually I think we'll start flying in some players. We always like to do that so they can, see, the town, see where they live, see where they work, see what they have to work with, their gym, their court, their lifestyle. We want them to be as comfortable being here as possible. They'll be with us hopefully from October through July. So that's almost 10 months out of a year. A long time to be relocated. But, a lot of these guys have just kind of finished school, so probably not much difference than, leaving home to go to college for a year and coming back for the end of the semester. But that process now starts to hopefully find the best guys to wear the Georgia Kangaroo uniform for next year. Trying to think, I didn't have much of a script tonight other than just wanting to test some new things. We are live right here in our new office space, which is right on the main street of downtown Toccoa. It's in the entertainment district. A lot of wonderful restaurants, shops, places right here. Entertainment they usually have on the weekends, live bands. They close the street. A lot of fun, and we're happy to kind of be part of this growing community redevelopment of trying to bring more families and more entertainment, more people to the downtown area, as this city has a lot to offer as far as just great service, great quality of food, service, everything. So if you have ever visited Toccoa, I strongly highly recommend you do so, and don't feel don't be afraid to reach out to anybody at the county or the city or downtown and Main Street Toccoa. There's a lot of organizations in this area, like our Chamber of Commerce, that the Georgia Kangaroos are now a proud member of. That they love to, they're proud of their town, and love to show it off, and can tell people about its unique history and everything it has to do. So they're much more educated than I am about this area, but quickly learning. And but it's definitely excited to be here. Like I said, it's easier to get around, so you don't waste so much time traveling, traffic. Most places aren't as so crowded, so it's just wasted time waiting on whatever you're trying to do. It's just a much healthier and happier lifestyle, which I think, again, that's what we're trying to create for our athletes. A place they can really stay focused, a place they can really stay dedicated. If they want to get better, this is going to become a destination spot. And what do we mean by that? Like I said, I think we're going to have a strong track record of players that come here, and when they leave here, they say, wow, I left in a lot better shape, physically and mentally, than I did when I got here. And clubs, coaches, GMs, owners, I think they'll take a note of a lot of the players who have been through our team, play with us for a season. Ultimately, our goal is to hold on to players. I'm one of the few coaches in the American professional levels that I say, I'm not here trying to get guys to go overseas, trying to get guys to the G League. I mean, my first and foremost is to win games for the Georgia Kangaroos. And if we have players that can help us do that, we want to do anything and everything we can to retain them, keep them here, keep them happy, keep them motivated, and want to stay and play. Unfortunately, the competition usually comes down to financial, and that's just business. So we understand, and we lose players to other clubs. I'll be the first one to let that player know how proud I am of them, and how happy we are for them. To see them get something that they worked so hard for and get rewarded for that, and that's really what it comes down to. But outside of that, we feel like this is a destination that, if players want to continue their career, it's not only a great opportunity for them to do so, but it's going to continue to help benefit them and only strengthen their career, whether it's a first or a strong second year with us, third year. Like I said, we look forward to having guys hopefully stay with us, as we don't want to just be a one and done type team. We're here to win championships year after year after year, and have a high regards to our culture and what we do. So and being one of the top teams in the nation, really looking forward to guys who want to stay committed to that, because it's amazing enough to win one championship. Only a handful probably in the world get to win multiple, get opportunities to do it more than once. And I think we'll have teams that can, if they stick together and continue to work together, we'll fit in that category quite well. But it all starts with the recruiting process. Many guys get emails from me. Many guys get reach out to them through social media, touch base with them. I really appreciate guys who do a good job on social media themselves, putting their right names, where they played last, their stats, their size. So it's easy to kind of, click on their YouTube video, click on their Facebook video, maybe even a link on Instagram that, shows me a little bit about them. Are they good shooters? Are they fast? Are they good athletes? Are they good rebounders? Quickly being able to scout and see, what level they're at. Do they shoot deep? Can they get high above the rim? All it takes is one or two plays to show a coach, a GM, or an owner, like, wow, that guy can really get up, or that guy can shoot deep, or that guy is super quick. So, we can evaluate pretty fast. And then ultimately, it's great to have guys who make it easy to get in touch with, accessible, emails, messenger, sometimes even text. Yeah, I mean, we're in the process. Like I said, speaking to many guys right now through some emails, letting them know who we are, what we're trying to do, and just make sure it's the right fit. We want guys, again, to be comfortable here and, proud of where they're at, and then ultimately want to stay and continue to work. We've been blessed so far to have a few players that fit that mold, but ultimately, for myself and the organization, we can do better. We're trying to find players that have more of our fit our character and culture. A lot of it, I think, was due to COVID. Back in our history of the Georgia Kangaroos, we did start in January of 2020 and then get shut down in March of 2020, and pretty much all of 2020, all of 2021, and almost all of 2022 was a waste, being where we were located at with their political views of wanting to, quote, keep us safe by basically just locking down still everything and not wanting to host events or allow people to host events or have, groups of people gathering and such. So it was one of the many reasons, we decided to leave the Atlanta area to a more conservative area that had actually been operating and been open for much, much longer than where we were down in our city. And of course, we also had the infamous mayor, Jason Larry, who got convicted of stealing funds for the COVID relief in the city of Stonecrest. He was a mayor that, we really enjoyed and liked. We had a good working relationship with him and his staff, but the outcome of his actions were he got sentenced to jail. Everybody lost their job that pretty much worked there with him in the city. And then anybody who was really kind of connected with him in the commissioner's office got, ousted in the next election. So that, that city had a 100% turnover of new people who we felt like just weren't really qualified to run the city, to work with us. We wanted to kind of, I hate to say it, jump ship before we saw the ship sinking, but definitely felt like, we came there on one premises, a leadership working with them, and had high hopes. And I think they believed they understood what the value the Kangaroos could have for the area as far as an economic impact and what we could do for them, the city, on a national scale and global scale. But unfortunately, when things changed, and it just got to the point where the Georgia Kangaroos and the city of Stonecrest were just no longer compatible or the same vision, same goals. And we decided, like I said, put a request for proposal relocation out, an RFP to relocate the team. We sent it out to probably 30, 40 cities, mainly in Georgia, some in Alabama, one even out in California, because of an ex-player that lives out there. Really has sought us to maybe, course us to come out there. But ultimately, we after doing a deep dive into all the things we take account for where a good home is, we just kept coming back to Tacoma. It's a great location. Um, proximity is still close to everything, but again, it's the right size, the right fit, everything for what we want to kind of build and do. So here we are. We're, like I said, live from Tacoma, Georgia, the new home of the Georgia Kangaroos. We'll have opportunities to play games at the um, Stevenson County High School, which is a fantastic, amazing gym. Well, we'll probably also have some games at Tacoma Falls College, which is another a great facility. And we still have there's another arena around here that is available for use. It's more recreational purposes, but quite even a step up from what the rec centers we had back in our Stonecrest days. And lastly, we are pursuing the opportunity of maybe seeking our own gym and converting it, for our use. So we have plenty of opportunities where we can play, practice, and have games with large fan base. So that's very exciting and thrilling to the Georgia Kangaroos. But outside of that, like I said, we have been here now just for a short period of time and have seen a tremendous amount of support from the community. A lot of people are intrigued. A lot of people, I think, were looking for something new and exciting to bring to this community. They can support and jump on the bandwagon. Obviously, if you're from the state of Georgia, and especially coming off a national championship, there's a lot of people on the Georgia Bulldogs bandwagon. This state's always been a huge supporter of their Georgia Bulldogs college football team, and I think that's great. But not everybody lives in Athens. So we hope to kind of be like the Georgia Bulldogs, here for the local Tacoma community, and I think they're excited to have something they can kind of really claim their own as well. They've had a huge success with their high school. I think that's that's they're used to having competitive sports, championship caliber sports. And a lot of great players. I mean, hats off to the ads and what the students do over there at their high schools. They're very good at football. They'll definitely be growing in basketball, and I think they're pretty good at baseball too, from what I hear and see. So it's one of those high schools, very strong throughout the state of Georgia. Always competes at a high level. And we wish the Indians varsity football team that their first game is tonight, and hope I'm sure they're going to come out on top. Outside of that, we encourage, please, join our newsletter through our webpage. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, as well. We put content out as much as we can, but especially important content. And it's the best way to kind of follow us. We'll be making some big announcements coming up soon. Obviously, the Georgia Kangaroos, for the first time, has asked to join a league, and we'll be doing that for this next coming season. So no longer being kind of independent, as we just felt like there was really no good leagues worthwhile to participate in. But after now have kind of evaluated the landscape for the past 3 years, I'm going to be very excited to make the announcement of where the Kangaroos are going to be playing going forward. And then, we're looking forward to hopefully this, fall, winter, November, December, even having some preseason events, maybe some pep rallies type games. Again, just mainly trying to build our fan base here even more before the season starts, fine tune things before the season starts. But right now, like I said, it's recruiting time. It's trying to find the best guys that we can relocate here, live here in our 3-story building. in the downtown area. That's just great. Like I said, it's almost walking distance to everything we need and do. Um, and get them here hopefully before October, for the end of October. Start serious training camp, get our bodies right. Start working off our philosophies. I know November and December, although they're always basketball months, always kind of trying to find them hard because of holidays. A lot of people want to spend time with their families, friends, which is rightful so. But it is a distraction kind of right there. But after New Year's, from January through the end of it, to the end of the season, that's when we should be in our peak, and then from there just continue to maintain and even get better. So although it's not even September yet, we know time flies. So we're preparing as quick as we can. Here in this new city, getting ready, getting excited. And again, we want to thank you, Dakoa, for all your support and everything you've done to help welcome us. Really got to enjoy meeting many future fans and community leaders. We look forward to getting players up here soon so they can check it out too. I think they're going to be impressed with the quality that that this area provides and has, and then we'll do our business on the court. We'll handle it there. So again, RooNation, thank you for everything you do. Our Kangaroo family, past and present players, always want to give you love for what you have done wearing the uniform. Like I said, we've had a great journey to this point, and we just want to, new city, post COVID. We just want to keep getting better, just like players, as an organization, as a club, and this new location hopefully can bring the mindset that we really had before the pandemic. I mean, we were primed and ready before the pandemic hit us, and like it did, it affected everybody. But unfortunately for us, we were rocking and rolling. We were riding the good times. I don't think we could have had almost a better start than we did. And I'm still very appreciative of that short period of time we had in Stonecrest with the right leadership, and just everything before the pandemic changed so much for individuals and businesses. But like I said, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. We move on, and here we are now in a different location. Same work ethic, same attitude. We're really going to get after it, harder than we ever had before. That's all I can promise you. You're going to come here. It's to work. It is to work. But again, thank you for all your support. We look forward to hopefully in the future having people come aboard, and we can make this more of an interaction, community engagement. But for me, I'll always try to get out here and speak directly, let you know what's going on with the team, what's going on with the organization, and as we get into the season, we'll have much more to talk about with games and players and such. So stay tuned, and thank you. Have a good night.